All right, so first thing for me is setting my mark. You gotta set your mark. Because if you know where your mark is, you know how hard you have to push towards that thing, right? Usually for me, I would set my mark a little bit higher than my goal. Like for instance, I go out and I run 6 miles, I probably end up running 6.5, 7 miles. You know, if I go out and run 2 miles, I probably end up running 2.5, 3 miles, maybe more. Right? So like in the Army, we have this PT test we have to take. You know, a physical fitness test to ensure that we're physically ready and capable of duty, right? And we get 300s if you score 100% in each event. Push-ups, sit-ups, and a 2-mile run. I pushed myself so hard, at least I thought. I thought I was pushing myself to get a 300, but I wasn't pushing myself hard enough, right? I didn't set my mark higher than my actual goal. I only set my mark at 300, right? So when I train, or when I go out and I run, or when I go out and I exercise and I do my training to try to get 300, I didn't train enough to make 300. I only trained enough to make 297. That's the closest I got to 300, and that was embarrassing to me. I took a PT test month after month. When we was in Kuwait, I was deployed in Kuwait. We took a PT test month after month after month after month, trying to get 300. And I realized that I didn't train myself enough. I didn't train myself hard enough to push. So, for instance, when you run a track, if you ever ran track, you ever ran a 40-yard dash, usually, if a lot of people don't know how to do it, how to run through, the 40-yard dash, usually people would slow down right before the laser. People would slow down right there, right before the laser, right? But no, the coach will tell you, no, don't slow down until you run through it. You don't stop running until you run through the laser. Once you break the laser, that's when you start slowing down. So usually you don't stop until after 40 yards because you gotta run through it. Because if you stop right before it, like most people would do, slow down right before they get to that mark, then you lose a little bit that you could have had if you just kept running through it, right? So think of it as that, right? Your goal, your target, and running through your goal to meet your actual target. Don't set your target right there at the laser, because if you do, you're probably gonna slow down right before you get there, right? So you gotta set your target a little bit past that, because you're running, you sprinting. You're there. And then you run straight through it. And then you start slowing down. Right? So set your target a little bit past your goal. And you get there, and you make it, and you make it, and you make it, and you make it, and you make it. There's no excuse, there's no excuse, there's no excuse. So you have no excuses. You gotta keep on going, you gotta keep on pushing. Right? So train. And I've learned this when I was trying to make that 300 on my PT test. I had to train. I didn't train hard enough. I didn't push myself hard enough. Because I wanted that average goal was 300. And I sold myself short. Don't just train for the minimum, the max. Don't do that. You train beyond that. So when it's time to hit your max, you're good. And you just push on through it. Because you don't stop before the laser. You push past it. So that's what we do. And that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to keep on doing it.